and you'll keep getting better because you're satisfied. You know you're getting better.
What was the last profession you had? The last job you did?
Before that, you're gonna laugh. I was a real estate manager, and then before that, I worked in a bank. I was a bank officer for 3 years, and for 3 years, I was a police officer. And that was from like 85 to 88. So I've had different jobs and different professions.
What was the very last one before you retired? What was the very last?
Department of Education.
What about the? I mean, I know you were the mortician, the job.
Well, that was a part-time hobby that I did. I worked as an assistant mortician. It was very exciting, very interesting. I did it during the pandemic, which was like, wow.
Tell us more about this.
Well, it depends how you look at it. I was used to picking up bodies here and there, you know, but now I look at death a little differently because I saw what a pandemic can do. I just saw so many bodies, yo. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Every hospital in the city that I went to all these hospitals, my man. Mount Sinai, Lenox Hill, name it. Like West Side, East Side, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. It's just every hospital had trailers of bodies going all the way around the blocks. Trailers full of dead bodies. I would walk into a trailer, 30, 50 bodies, dead bodies. I was like, I'll go into another one. Thousands of people dead around hospitals, all hospitals in the city. See, everybody was on lockdown, so you don't really see that. See, but I had to travel. And when you work as an assistant mortician, you get to know a lot. You get to know a lot of people with different customs and actions because, I've had to go to different embassies because bodies get shipped to different parts of the world, different countries. So you have to deal with people on an international level. I've been to the Israeli embassy so many times. Christ. It's like all those bodies are always shipped. So it was crazy dealing with all that death. I never saw so much death. It was insane. I was like, people just to see it on, on TV. You would have seen it live.
How has it affected you?
My boss.
Sorry.
My boss is a very, rest in peace, Mr. O, was a very, wealthy man owning many, many funeral homes. And he served thousands of people during the pandemic. That man served thousands of people, got all those bodies, did everything that needed to be done. It was crazy. It was crazy. All I did was lift black bags, just that little ones, big ones. With babies, old ladies, old men, young women, young men, just all dead. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I could say that I actually not just lived through a pandemic. I participated as a first responder because I was a first responder. So as a first responder, you see it.
You are the last responder.
I'm sorry. I am the last responder. You're absolutely right. And you see so much things. You see so much heartbreak, so much, emotion, so much tragedy at that time. That was a really crazy 3 years. I mean, so many bodies. Just collected body after body, body after body. I was going out day and night many times, and just go to this hospital, go to that hospital. And that's on top of people that were dying in their homes. I collected bodies from people's homes as well. Hundreds. Hundreds of people died in their homes from that shit, from that COVID crap. That killed so many people, man. That's like crazy.
What was the heaviest body you got?
Well, there were two of them. One was a 500-pounder that these careless people just marooned this poor man in a room, and they should have never done that. On the second floor. It was just something that, normally the fire department gets you out, because they got to take out the windows. We did manage to remove the body, and it took us a body that would normally take us 10 minutes to remove. This one took us over 45 minutes. So large. It's a lot of work. We had fun. That was one of the largest bodies. Another one was 600 pounds. My boss is the kind of boss, he'll tackle anything. He's really gung-ho. Little old man, too. Sometimes he would throw down and help me lift bodies, that little old man at 80 years old. I was shocked. I was like, Mr. Oh, come on, let's go. And he would just grab the body with me, and we would hoist it and casket it. And I'm like, hey, you little old son of a gun. Rest in peace, Mr. O. Filthy rich. When I started working with him, he bought 3 Rolls Royces. Son of a gun. I visited one of his garages. He has his own fire truck. I mean, he has his own fire truck. He has his own bus, whatever, you're rich. So I was like, and Anthony's telling me, watch it. This is his stuff. I said, listen, get the hell out of here. I started, playing with his toys. He had several Ferraris,
Several.
Maserati, 3 Alfa Romeos. I couldn't pass that up. I said, I don't care. Tell him he could fire me. Tell him I play with his toys. I told him myself. I said, Mr. O, he tells me, oh, he took you to one of my, because he has several garages where he keeps his stuff. He said, oh, he took you to my garage. I told him not to take nobody there. I said, too late. Too late, Mr. O. And Anthony turned on the Rolls Royce. And he didn't know how to turn it off. And the car was on, and we're like, yo, we gotta go back to work. And it was a dilemma, but this is the sophistication of those things. The key itself, and I didn't know. Regular key. It's like a regular damn key. It's incredible, the technology. The key is a fob. And I didn't know. And you press the key. There's a little teeny tiny button where you press the key and it shuts the car off. I was like, look how this works. I was like, yo, that car cost $375,000. Son of a God, had money like that. He just recently passed. His funeral, horse-drawn carriage.
Mm-hmm.
He planned everything. Beautiful. Now his daughter, my friend, she's a sweetheart. Michelle. I used to call her Miss Michelle. think now I gotta call her Lady Michelle. She inherited a lot. Vast swaths of real estate that the man owns. He owns buildings all over the city. He owns. She's set. You know what's funny? Wow. I mean, rich people are funny. I don't know if you know anything about rich people, but you know, he actually treated her like shit. I would be like that's your daughter, you know. But I know what he was doing. He was preparing her for what she was going to receive. See, I didn't get it that, you know, but the man was smart. So I said, wow, I give it to you, Mr. O. You got me. Nobody gets me. That's why he liked me. Don't like nobody. Anthony warned me. He says, oh, when you meet this guy, don't worry if he don't like you because he doesn't like nobody. I said, yeah. But what he didn't know is that my father was friends with his brother years ago. And his brother died young. And when I told him my name, he was like, oh, I know who your father was. I'm like, yeah. It's like he's Mr. O. He's like, oh, your father was Mr. R. I'm like, yeah. My father was Mr. R. Very much like him. Very structured, disciplined, and militant.
It was the military.
Yeah. My father served on the Intrepid.
Told you, let's go there.
I forgot, yo. Good. I like that. I've been there. Been there. Been there many times.
No, I mean like the background. The background. That
Yeah,
one.
I love it.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna edit the video. I'm gonna put it.
It's and mind you, that big thing it's small compared to today's monsters. Today's monsters is probably more than 3-4 times bigger than that. And they hollowed it all out, so it doesn't have all the original stuff. But you know, my father served on that boat. That was one of the few boats that survived, you know, the kamikaze attack because they were out at sea. They were returning to port. So they missed out on some boat. They did send their planes, but the ship itself stood out further. And now it's a museum. I'm like, oh wow, my father served on that boat. I could be proud to say that. And we're Puerto Ricans. My father served in World War II. Proud of him.
Proud of your father as well.
Well, he's actually my grandfather, but I was raised with him. So he's my father. So to me, it's like he's my father. It's like everything for my father. My father taught me how to hunt. My father taught me how to fire firearms. I could use almost anything. He taught me how to gunsmith. I was his gunsmith, so I did everything for him. From prepare his ordnance to cleaning out and disassembling and reassembling all the guns. My father had a lot. When the cops came to get all the stuff, it was like, if there was a fire in this apartment, you would blow out the whole floor. Because I had 2 kegs of gunpowder, so I could make the bullets. So I had the machine to press the bullets and everything, so I would make my father's bullets. I miss my father.
I know what you mean.
He was a unique person in a way, but a uniqueness that I don't know that I liked. My father got out of work. I'm running out of school, flying home. get his 6-pack. That was when you were able to drink in your car. You can't do that no more. Leave it in his car in the cooler, really cold. So when he gets out of work, he goes, takes his shower, comes back down, sits in his car, and has his first beer. And he's good to go. He's like Mr. O. But when the old people get ornery, you don't want them to. Shit. Shit. Those are the kind of people that'll shoot you at those times. Maybe look at him well.
But I need one